Peoples praise you. May the nations be glad and sing for joy. For you rule the peoples justly and guide the nations of the earth. May the peoples praise you, O God. May all the peoples praise you. Then the land will yield its harvest, and God, our God, will bless us. God will bless us, and all the ends of the earth will fear him.
I will exalt you, Lord, for you lifted me out of the depths and did not let my enemies gloat over me. Lord my God, I called to you for help, and you healed me. You, Lord, brought me up from the realm of dead. You spared me from going down to the pit. Sing praises of the Lord, you his faithful people. Praise his holy name, for his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. When I feel secure, I said, I will never be shaken. Lord, when you favored me, you made my royal mountain stand firm. But when you hid your face, I was dismayed. To you, Lord, I called. To the Lord I cried for mercy. What is gained if I'm silent, if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise you? Will it proclaim your faithfulness? Hear, Lord, and be merciful to me. Lord, be my help. You turn my wailing into dancing. You remove my sackcloth and clothe me with joy, that my heart may sing your praises and not be silent. Lord my God, I will praise you forever.
So that we can get over them and realize he took us through them. He was patient and he was gracious, whether it's a problem of our own sin or where somebody has thrown us, as we'll hear in the sermon, into a pit. And then he's gotten us out of the pit. But God is interested in us being able to proclaim his and praise him, his glory, so that people will look to him. So that's why we have life. And that is a wonderful psalm when you consider that. So thank you so much.
Blessed are they whose ways are blameless, who walk according to the law of the Lord. Blessed are they who keep his statute and seek him with all their heart. They do nothing wrong. They walk in his ways. You have laid down precepts that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees. Then I will not be put to shame when I consider all your commandments. I will praise you with an upright heart. As I learn your righteousness laws, I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me.
Wherefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witness, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which easily besets us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith, who, for the joy was set before him, endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God. Consider him who endured such opposition from sinful men, so that you may not grow weary or lose heart. In your struggle against sin, you have not yet resisted to the point of shedding your blood. And have you forgotten that the exhortation that addresses you as children, my son, do not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary when reproved by him, for the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and every son whom he receives. If you endure discipline, God is treating you as sons, for what son is there whom his father does not discipline? But if you are left without discipline, in which all have participated, then you are illegitimate children and not sons of God.
Hannah, that was very inspired. And you know why I said that? Is because that was the last point, and those are the exact verses of my sermon. That quote. Now, who's thinking? Who arranges Sabbath services? Really? Who puts the words in the people's mouths? And where does it come from? Yeah. I mean, I'm quite stunned there. So,
Good morning, happy Sabbath. Today I'm reading a story called God Wins the Battle, which is taken from Judges 4. Hurry, Barak, hurry, said a messenger. Deborah wants to see you. Barak rushed to meet God's prophet. He knew just where to find her. Deborah always sat under her palm tree, said, "What do you want to do?" God wants to gather an army against the evil Sisera. Deborah told Barak, God will help you win at Mount Tabor. Me against the evil Sisera? Asked Barak slowly, backing away. Well, if you don't go with me, I will. If you go with me, I will go. If you don't go with me, I won't go. Deborah agreed. I will go with you. Barak walks away slowly. How can we win against Sisera? Barak wondered. He dragged his feet. He was not looking forward to this. Barak hurried to Mount Tabor. Barak gathered his troops. When Sisera heard that Barak's soldiers were ready to fight him at the mountain, he quickly rounded up 900 chariots. Sisera was ready for anything. Barak and his troops waited patiently. Barak moved slowly and was not eager to meet Sisera. Finally, Deborah said to the Lord, has gone before you. Today is the day. Hurry, Barak, hurry, go down the mountain. As Barak's troops raced down Mount Tabor, God confused Sisera. The evil leader, his chariot drivers, and the whole army were mixed up. Sisera and his soldiers were wiped out. Barak raced back to Deborah. We won, Barak shouted. God won the battle for us, Deborah reminded him. Let's give him our praise and thanks. And the lesson of this story is praise God because he does incredible things.
it's a miracle today, isn't it? Think about it. All that culture out there, and then this special thing happens on the Sabbath. That's a divine intervention, isn't it? Now we have two ladies. We've already heard four from. They're going to sing a lovely song called Change My Heart, Oh God. We have Kiana Marest and Ariana Payne.